Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. We're back here on my home turf, and guess what? I have that one vehicle from the all-American luxury brand. What is it? Is this vehicle right here. This is a 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. This particular trim is a luxury 3. But before we get into this dual motor, mid-size crossover SUV, let's talk about what's going on here. So even though the industry is kind of rethinking electrified vehicles, there's still groundwork that Cadillac laid down into place to bring luxury electrification. And when you look at the competition for this vehicle, coming from Tesla with the Model X, of course Audi with the e-tron, Mercedes-Benz with the EQS, there's a lot of unique touches that Cadillac brings to their Lyriq. And really, they have the foundation perfectly laid down, going from optic, which is a compact, to the midsize 2-row known as the Lyriq, a midsize 3-row that's going to be known as the Vistic, and then of course the big boy, which is going to be the Escalade IQ. But what I want to find out is, we were there for the initial launch of the Lyriq. It was just a front-wheel drive, single motor front-wheel drive version. Is the dual motor, is it the best new luxury all-wheel drive mid-size crossover SUV to get? Or should you go with the competition? Let's go ahead, let's dive into ours and find out. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice a new color. It's called Nimbus. And based off the clear blue Florida skies that we have, that's where you get this color. It has a nice metallic pearlescent pop to it in the sun. At the front of the business, they really got the styling down right, and I like what they did. You have your separate LED turn signal. Of course, you're gonna have your LED signature vertical daytime running lamp and your 10 stacked LED headlights. Love the way they bring some of this aluminum style trim. One of my zonks is this though. Why do we have fake vent on the front of this vehicle? That could be a perfect corner air curtain to help flow some air around this thing, but I do like the different elements, the gloss black, the Nimbus color, and that aluminum style. Now, as we come across the front nose, there it is, the Cadillac grille going all the way back to the early 1900s, illuminates at night. And then I like the way they did the design on the midsection here. What's really cool is that they use this new laser etching technique, that this actually illuminates daytime running lamp during the day, and then at night illuminates as well as you're going down the road. You got a forward-facing camera, and down below we do have functionality on the venting because we do have that liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery pack known as Ultium from General Motors. A little bit of aluminum-style finish on the splitter, but I personally have to say, compared to the EQS, compared to the Model X and the e-tron, this thing is my favorite looking one. I like the style of this Cadillac. Now, as we rise up, you got that very specific Cadillac-esque design, goes into the hood. Everything else has a nice flow to it. Coming around the bend, I know you want big wheels on your Cadillac, and that's what you're gonna get with this vehicle. So you have these nice hand-polished aluminum wheels with the aero inserts all the way around. And what's great about this is that if you're wondering what the size is a 22-inch wheel. So nice size and diameter. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the tire? 275 on the width, 40 series sidewall. You do have gloss black around the fender opening. I'm okay with that. I think that it gives it a nice depth of color. And we do have adaptive suspension all 4 corners. But let me know what you think about the wheel style. I'm digging the silver with the black. Coming down the side, we got our charge port door with the Cadillac badge. Some bright, shiny metal work just on the top. And then I like the way you got the panoramic glass roof, flush door handles. That's gonna help with our coefficient drag numbers. Flush door handles with LED lighting. And then along the bottom, it's the continuation of some of that aluminum style trim with the gloss black. Like I said, this is a mid-size 2-row crossover SUV. There will be the optic, which will be the smaller one. Coming towards the rear, I love the way so this is a real glass. This is not gloss black plastic, a real glass quarter window. Love the way they bring out the trim. And then my other favorite thing is how they do the style of the lighting. It starts all the way by the rear pillar and then slides around the back. Really, really cool how they do that lighting. Cadillac has always done a great job with their lighting. Even on the rear, how it drops down. We got the Lyriq badge, nice and silver, matches everything else. We got our Cadillac badge, which is also the button for the rear hatch. I hate the way they do these stupid numbers. This is like Newton torque, rounded up. Just give me E4. If you want to give me a badge, give me E4. That lets me know that I have the all-wheel drive, the dual motor, but that's the torque in Newton meters. Who cares about that? That's a zonk. I like the aluminum finish, and then just everything is smooth, clean, gloss black to help with that airflow out the back of the vehicle. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what the heck we can find in this Lyriq. All right, guys, we got the hood popped. You do have hood struts. It's interesting that they actually allow you to open up the hood because there's no front trunk storage. All it is a sea of plastic, but you do have the Cadillac badge, and what I'm gonna go ahead and do, probably something I'm not supposed to, but you know what, that won't be the first time that I've done things I'm not supposed to. Pull the cover off, and I just wanna let you see the electric motor, at least up front. So what do we got going on here? Like I said, this is a dual motor, 2 electric motors, one up front, one out back, gives us 500 horsepower, 450 pound-feet of torque. It's made it to 102 kilowatt lithium ion battery pack, 0 to 60 in about 4.5 seconds, quarter mile in 12.9 at 113 miles an hour. Top speed is governed to 132 miles per hour. Now I know the big question mark is, well, what about range? With the dual motor, the range is 307 miles. That equates to 96 mpg's in the city, 81 mpg's on the highway. The vehicle weighs 5,838 pounds. And on a DC fast charger, you could charge 77 miles in just 10 minutes, 77 miles of range in just 10 minutes. But why don't we go ahead? We talked about the numbers. Let's see this thing roll. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Cadillac Lyriq, this beautiful Nimbus cloud cover color, and I'm covered in some luxury in here, that's for sure. Now, I know you're probably saying to yourself, well, Joe, all right, I'll bite. I'm liking the Cadillac Lyriq. I like 500 horsepower. How much is it? Great question. MSRP, the way this one is optioned, is right at $78,000. Let's see what you get compared to the competition. To the door panels. I love when you go luxury level 3, you're getting the nice soft touch material, real dark stain, open pore wood, heated seats, ventilated seats, and even massage seats going on. Plus you got ambient lighting out the wazoo. I love the cool gray leather finish. You got that silver aluminum door handle. And then we have the AKG reference speaker system, 19 speakers. Look how just elegant and classy that speaker grill cover is. Plenty of room for 2 bottles of Pellegrino, and get yourself some special tacos right from Chipotle. Have it your way and get extra guac. Go from the door panel to the dash, the soft touch, the silver trim. Love all the switch gear for the AC vents. You slide on in. Look at the way they did the texture. 33 inches of uninterrupted screen. That's OLED, clear as day. Of course, full touchscreen. We could bring in all of our, when you want to set up your charging, you can find charging stations. It just really intuitive. We got our different drive modes: sport, tour, snore, snore if you want to go to sleep, and my mode, obviously snow, ice, not snore. I also like the way they pull out some of the buttons. This is for your one pedal operation. Turn on your lighting. We got camera, beautiful cameras, overhead, 360. You don't want to damage those 22-inch good-looking wheels, so you're going to be able to use your camera quality very, very easy. So that's the nice thing about this system. It's very intuitive. Even your ambient lighting, all these different colors to choose from, really personalize your experience. And we got even themes, which is kind of cool. But nice and easy to read. We got my power on button. We have real switch gear for our dual climate control. Open the door, look at this. Nice leather and felt line. You could put your rings, your bracelets, your toe rings, your anklets, all that jewelry in there so it doesn't get all scratched up. And then down below, you got enough room for your Dolce & Gabbana purse, sunglasses, Louis Vuitton, shoes, whatever you want to put in there. One USB-C within the aluminum trim with the Cadillac name. And I like the way they did the floating center console. 2 cup holders with that nice laser etched wood style. You got your direct drive control knob with the Cadillac badge, your actual volume knob, which is great, wireless charging, and then you open this bad boy up, you got a USB-C, a 12-volt felt lining, and enough room for at least 4 of your Rolexes, especially if you got a nice Rolex Presidential. Seats, the leather, the speakers in the headrest, the stitching, the bolstering, full power assist with massage, like I said, for the passenger, for the driver, and we have our ginormous, let me make sure I hit the right button here, ginormous panoramic sunroof. It actually opens up with the power shade, and you have a digital rearview mirror to top it off. But why don't you come over here at the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Cadillac Lyriq. All right, guys, business time. Behind the wheel, please excuse the beeping. When you have an EV and you have it on, the door's open, it's gonna beep to let you know it's on. 2 memory seat settings down below. Love this aluminum sill plate with the Cadillac script. Without having the controls on the seat, it gives you wider cushion. That means there's more cushion for the pushing of your body. I'm 6 feet tall, plenty of room in here. Steering wheel, the leather, we do have Super Cruise. And you do have switch gear on the steering wheel. The bad news is it's all gloss black, so you're gonna get fingerprints. This is your regen trigger that you could pull here to actually stop the vehicle instead of using the brake. And then we have the continuation. Like I said, it's 33 inches of OLED screen. And you even have on the left-hand side of the steering wheel where you could actually touch and adjust your lighting, which is really great as well. But why don't we go ahead? We talked about this wonderful interior for the people up front. Let's get into the back seat and see what your kids, friends, and family are going to experience in this Lyriq. All right, guys, back seat time. Nice on the door panels, how you get the wood, the soft touch, the AKG reference speaker grills, this nice aluminum speaker grill covers. You do get this great leather with stitching on the back seat. Pull this back. This is where you could put, you know, a mirror, maybe have a journal. You know, one of the things that I think a lot of people have forgotten is that in the past, before all these electronics, people used to journal in an actual book with paper, with pages and lines, and talk about their feelings to themselves, and that would help them process the world around them. Today, I feel like less people do that, and that's why there's a lot of crazy people out there. So do your passengers a favor. Leave a Cadillac journal in the back that they could take with them and write down their thoughts, wishes, dreams, and hopes. In the back here, you get one heck of a nice command center. We do have heated seats, no ventilated seats. That's a zonk for $78,000. Your passengers probably will journal about that. You do have all your AC controls, easy to use, AC vents, 2 USB-Cs, and a home power source. I'm sitting back here feeling good. Nice and comfy, not even close to the headliner. And then look at this. Pull that down. Super soft, 2 cup holders. But why don't we go ahead? Let's get in the cargo area because I want to take you for a spin in this 500 horsepower Lyriq. All right, guys, time to get in the cargo area. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. We hit the Cadillac badge. Nice electric assist. You're going to be greeted to 28 cubic feet of space. Now, of course, you're going to have all your charging accessories in this nice leather Cadillac carrying bag. On the driver's side, we have LED lighting, but you also have the switch gear to fold down the rear seats. That's going to maximize, and a 12 volt. And then underneath the floor here, you have a little bit of storage. Here's some extra floor mats, but you could fill this up with easily, I would say, 12 boxes of Twinkies, and you're going to be good to go. Well, why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm ready. We're charged up. That means we're good to go. Let's go on throttle in this 500 horsepower Cadillac. All right, guys, we're inside this 2025 Cadillac Lyriq. Right away, it's crazy just how much this feels like a Cadillac. I'm gonna go into drive modes. We're gonna keep it in sport for right now, and then we're gonna go on throttle. Let me make sure this is back on auto. There we go. On throttle, here we go. So with those dual motors, you're really laying the power down, and you're able to get up to speed very quickly, very effectively. Once we get out onto the highway, this is where the Cadillac Lyriq really shows its strengths, because the quality of the materials, the luxurious feel, and then they have active noise cancellation inside the cabin. That's really going to help keep the chaos of the outside world on the outside and not have it in the cabin with you. Visibility out the front is great. With the digital rear view mirror, it's a piece of cake. And then of course you have your ability to get into Super Cruise. First we're going to turn on our adaptive cruise, and then we're going to go Super Cruise. And as you can see, it's the easiest autonomous hands-free driving system. Once it's set, the light is green and you're good to go. And it does a great job. And what's amazing about GM's system here is that it's going to change lanes looking for an opening. So look at this, changing lanes all without using my own hands. That to me is really showing the strength of the system. Plus, they have a bunch of roads in the system, in the Super Cruise system, that are back roads. So it's not just highway cruising roads, but also back roads as well. It's easy to initiate, and once you get used to the feeling of the vehicle doing it for you, it's actually really, really nice. I mean, if you're gonna go this route with an electrified crossover SUV, why not go Cadillac route? Because being a General Motors brand, you're getting the utmost in this technology. But getting to that 33 inches of infotainment system screen and digital gauge display is so easy. You got your two cup holders and everything else well laid out in here. I mean, it really is such a wonderful driving experience. And that was the one thing that really blew me away when I first got behind the wheel of the Lyriq, is just how much it feels like it should as being a Cadillac. Plus, what else is awesome is that all these parts in here are not shared with any of the other Cadillac ICE powered vehicles. So you're getting a nice, unique experience, almost like a bespoke experience on the interior. But as you can see, the system is really, really good at being able to tell what the traffic is doing when somebody gets in front of you, setting up that proper lane change, and everything in between. Adaptive air ride suspension is, as you would expect, rides like a Cadillac. And that is really, I mean, back in the day, whether you were talking about a Cadillac or not, people would say, hey, it rides like a Cadillac. And this definitely rides like a Cadillac. But driving it on the highway and using Super Cruise is just a pure pleasure. And then to turn it off, that's it. Now, the human is back into control. You got your electric column shifter, and having the ability where I could just have my foot on the throttle. You could do one pedal operation. Right now I have it off. I'm going to turn it on, and you could adjust the level, which is great. That's another thing I really like, is adjusting the intensity of the one pedal operation. But with the gauge cluster, it lets you know when you're using power, when it's charging, how much range you have left, how much battery life you have left. But you'll notice just how super quiet it is in here. I mean, it's freaking phenomenal. Getting off the highway, I'm able to use that not only the regen braking, but also that paddle to brake as well, which is another nice touch that a lot of electric vehicles do not have. Handling department, this vehicle with the battery pack in the belly of it handles very well. I mean, look at this. All right, you ready? On throttle, here we go. Gets up to speed very, very quickly. I mean, 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. I mean, come on. Yes, there's faster vehicles out there, but that is plenty quick to give you some enjoyment, but also to get you out of your own way and other people's ways. And then, of course, when it comes to exiting, I could shut off the one pedal operation and we could go bring up our navigation. So that's really nice as well. But you got your blind spot monitoring, your lane keep assist, emergency brake assist, all those touches. And the reason why I'm digging the Nimbus color on this, it reminds me of a baby blue from the 50s, like on a Cadillac Eldorado or something. But having that digital rearview mirror is a heaven send. And just nice feel on the steering wheel. Feels fantastic. When you go on throttle, it just gives you a little bit of, you know, almost like a Tron cycle sound a little bit. I prefer that over anything super artificial. Doesn't sound like a video game, which is good. But having the lower floor in this vehicle, because of it being an electric vehicle, just really frees up the leg room, especially for people like myself with longer legs. You're really gonna notice the difference, and it really is a nice experience. But man, it just drives so well. And like I said, I'll take this any day over the Century, over a Model X, an EQS from Mercedes-Benz, or an Audi e-tron. I'm looking forward to seeing what the other Cadillac vehicles and their EV lineup are going to be like, if they're going to have the same success as with this Lyriq. Because really, it's been a favorite with many people who want that luxury car experience, but yet also want to be driving an electric vehicle. Driving this vehicle in traffic is so very easy, and it's just a very smooth, comfortable experience, as you would expect from this brand. But watch this, I'm gonna use the paddle. I just came to a complete stop using the paddle behind the wheel. You have auto hold with that one pedal assist. And when you're in traffic situations on the highway, the one pedal assist really shows its strength. Around town, not my favorite thing to use, but when you're on the highway and it's a slow crawl, it just really makes it a lot easier than going throttle brake, throttle brake, throttle brake, throttle brake. It's just, you're just like on the throttle on and off a little bit, which is nice. But with 500 horsepower, the all-wheel drive, you got plenty of juice. That's for sure when it comes to this Cadillac. Piece of cake. But I'm hoping that this has been a good overall review of what the Escalade. That's how good it is. You feel like you're in an Escalade. This Lyriq is all about. We're going to get back and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys. Another great day with this Cadillac. We got to thank everybody at the Cadillac team for getting us access to this 2025 Lyriq. Let me know what you're thinking. For the price, is it the top contender for that all-wheel drive luxury SUV? Let me know down in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rides family. Gotta get up to Stephen Flood. He's working hard, just like always. Show him some love in the comment section. Thank you, Stephen, for all that you're doing. Just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.